Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this Vanarama National League South tie as Hampton and Richmond take on Maidstone United here at BEAVERS Stadium. I'm your lead commentator, Johnny Luter, and joining me this afternoon is the wonderful Alex Charlton. Alex, how are you doing today, young man?
I'm very well, thank you, Johnny. Good to see you today. Massive crowd here. Brilliant buzz. Really looking forward to the game today, Johnny.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there is a real big crowd in today as Maidstone United have got one of the biggest followings in the National League South as they come to BEAVERS Stadium to take on the mighty Beavers here on a beautiful spring afternoon here in TW12. So, first of all, before we get into things, I'll just take you through the lineups very quickly. So for the visitors, number 1, Alexis Andre Jr., number 2, Temi Eweka, number 3, Ben Brooks, number 5, George Fowler, number 7, Jordan Higgs, number 8, Sam Korn, number 9, Aaron Blair, number 11, Charlie Seaman, number 15, Sol Wanjao Smith, number 18, Bivesh Gurung, and number 19, Ton Leahy. And on the bench for Maidstone United, number 10, Shaq Coulthurst, number 12, Arj Krasnicki, number 13, Lenny Holden, number 14, Harry Kiprianu, number 16, Tate Trusty. And then your Beavers for this afternoon. Number 47, Dylan Berry. Number 6, Lachlan Bird. Number 11, Ibrahim Jallo. Number 12, George Hunt. Number 15, Joe Iasiafano. Number 18, Renadi Masampu. Number 19, Archie Taylor. Number 23, Rudy Allen. Number 24, Dom Revan. Number 25, Harry Gardner. Number 26, Jerry Wiltshire. And on the bench for Hampton and Richmond, number 4, Mike Atkinson. Number 14, Diamond Edwards. Number 17, Bumi Babajide. Number 28, Zana Saziba. And number 31, Alfie Williams. So, today is not just any typical day here at TW12, it's non-league day, which non-league day is such a big thing in the non-league community, as obviously it's the international break when there are no Premier League or Championship fixtures, I believe. So there are League One fixtures and below, but there's none of the biggest fixtures in English football today. So it's an opportunity for those with a season ticket at the bigger clubs to come and support one of their local teams, one of them being Hampton and Richmond in this case, perhaps. Alex, non-league day is so big for non-league clubs. What does it mean to you?
Well, to be honest, it's my first time here non-league day, and from what I've seen so far, it's absolutely brilliant. Great atmosphere in the ground, lots and lots of fans, and I think it's just a great thing to do for the non-league community. Like you say, we can see the spirit of the fans down here, and it gets people that maybe wouldn't come along normally to come down. And as a result of that, Hampton and Richmond will probably have some new fans. Absolutely,
yeah. If we think about the local clubs here to Hampton and Richmond, you've got the likes of Brentford that are around the corner from here. We've got Chelsea, we've got QPR, Fulham. So there are plenty of clubs here. And I know we've offered lower ticket prices today to try and get those crowds in. And as you can see, Alex, like you mentioned at the start of the broadcast there is a big crowd building here. So non-league day is certainly hoping to be a really, really positive thing for Hampton and Richmond today, as Hampton and Richmond look to try and turn things around here. As we start off by mentioning Hampton and Richmond's form, Alex, is not so good at the moment.
No, 1 win in the last 10, 9 losses. I remember coming back here, going back to that Dorking game. It seems like a long time ago now. We were saying how well things are going. We were talking about playoffs, and it's just the form's fallen off a cliff. But when you look at the team, there's been so many changes throughout the season, and we are towards the end of the season now as well. So I guess it's kind of faded away. It did promise a lot, but I think overall, Alan Julian will be satisfied with how the season's gone, and he'll probably be planning for next season as well. Yeah,
I think you're right. And as you're just mentioning there's obviously some new faces in the squad. I mean, today the number 25, Harry Gardner, his debut for Hampton and Richmond today, and the signing announced this morning from Taunton. So we'll see what Harry Gardner can do. I mean, we don't know too much about him, if we're totally honest. Yeah, and then of course Dylan Berry is in the sticks for Hampton and Richmond as well. Dylan Berry, previously of the Norwich City under-21s. I know he's had a lot of loans. We were just discussing, wasn't it? We were just looking at all the loan moves for Dylan Berry. He has been around quite a bit, and the last time Dylan Berry was here was when he was with Macclesfield in the FA Trophy. So yeah, Dylan Berry was last here for that fixture, and it was a 2-0 win for Macclesfield there. So Dylan Berry certainly good behind the sticks there, Alex. So hopefully he'll be doing just as good a job for us today. So hoping for a good performance out of Dylan Berry there. So yeah, the form obviously, like you touched on there, 9 losses in the last 10 for Hampton and Richmond. So hopefully Hampton and Richmond can try and turn that around this afternoon. And then if we look at Maidstone, Alex, in the playoffs there, but they've just got Weston-super-Mare right behind them, haven't they?
Yeah, so 7th place. If they lose today, they could drop down to 8th. So today's a massive game for them, and I think the expectations at the start of the season would have been minimum playoffs for Maidstone. So if they weren't to make that, I think that would not reflect too well on the side. So today's a huge game. They'll be coming in to win. They are in good form, but this game is very, very important for them and their playoff chances.
Yeah, well, then we were just discussing as well, just off air, that their away form has not been the best in the last few weeks. They haven't picked up a win away since Weymouth on January the 21st. So that, you could say, Alex, is a slight advantage for Hampton and Richmond there. So hopefully Hampton and Richmond can get all 3 points this afternoon against this Maidstone side. And then if we go back to when we played Maidstone at their place at the very start of the season, it was a 0-0 draw, which, to be fair, when you look on balance in the season, that was probably quite a good result for Hampton and Richmond at the start.
I think it's a massive result. I mean, to keep a clean sheet away from home in this league is extremely difficult to start with. Maidstone, one of the favourites at the start of the season, so that was a big result. And I think Alan Julian will be looking at that result. He'll be looking at their away form and thinking, there is a chance here. He's got to cling on to something today. And I think those two factors will be really, really important for him and his team talk. Yeah,
absolutely. And obviously, how can we all forget those that are tuned in on Beaver TV? Last season, when Maidstone came to Hampton and Richmond, it was a 5-2 win for Hampton and Richmond. And we were just saying as well, I think that might have been one of the best games I've ever watched here at Beverley Stadium. It was an absolute thriller. 5 goals in that game for Hampton and Richmond, 3 coming courtesy of Mason Bloomfield, getting that hat-trick there. And then one of the goals for Maidstone United came from Sol Wanjao-Smith, who is in the squad today for Maidstone. So he'll be looking to get back on the score sheet here at TW12. And also on the score sheet was Devonte Aaron-Sibia, which we were just discussing as well off air. Sadly, did pass away earlier in the year. So that was some really tragic news that came through a few weeks ago for Devonte Aaron-Sibia. So obviously very tragic news there. But Maidstone United will be looking to try and get all 3 points here today as they look to turn things around here at TW12. So not too long now to go. We're just 8 minutes away, Alex, and we're looking at the squads here. No changes for Maidstone after their 3-0 win on Saturday. I mean, just looking at those names there, I mean, who sticks out for you?
Well, we're talking before the game, a couple of names that stand out. Obviously, their top scorer, Blair, he's been doing very, very well this season. But also, I'm looking forward to seeing Sol Wanjao-Smith.
Sorry, just to interrupt. Yeah. Did you see that flash? Flash of lightning over there. I must say as well, sorry to interrupt you, Alex, on your excellent work there. But I am aware that there is potential thunder and lightning showers around this afternoon. I did just see a flash of lightning over there, so fingers crossed the weather is going to hold out for us this afternoon, because my laptop is not insured.
Have you got a jacket as well? I'm a bit concerned by your attire.
No, I actually do have a jacket. I do have a jacket in the bag, so hopefully I can keep myself nice and dry. But that is something to keep an eye out on. So we are on Thunder Watch as well, so you might even pick it up on the microphones there. So we'll see how the weather looks. And even earlier, actually, Alex, you did just see me. I got the old pitchfork there. I was by the corner flag there. That particular part of the pitch that is the most moist when we get water over there. And I was just putting the old pitchfork in there, just trying to.
I had to do a double take there. I was like, that does look like Johnny.
So what is it? So commentator helping out half time and also groundsman. So we love it all, and that is. And do you know what? That's what it's all about in non-league day, isn't it? That is what we love about supporting our non-league clubs. I absolutely love helping out here at Hampton and Richmond, and hopefully we'll get some more volunteers through the door as Hampton and Richmond look to grow with their volunteer support. Anyway, Alex, sorry, please back to your analysis of Maidstone there. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, I think Sol Wanjao-Smith was a name we talked about before the game. I think he's looked very, very lively on the wing. Could definitely cause problems here for Hampton and Richmond, and I don't know how the Hampton Richmond side, how often have they played together. There's lots of new relationships there to build. So I think the fact that they've got an unchanged side, Wanjao-Smith and Blair obviously will cause problems, I think, today. Yeah,
and also look at that Hampton and Richmond side. We were just chatting off air as well. Diamond Edwards very recently announced on loan from Port Vale. Port Vale doing very well in League One, I believe, Alex.
League Two.
League Two, is it? Oh, forgive me, sorry.
They might be in League One next season.
Yeah, there you go. They are doing very well. Yeah, and actually, a general knowledge fact, actually, Port Vale is the only team in the EFL 90. Is it 72, 92 in all the clubs in the top 4 divisions? 72. Yeah. 72. That's not named after an actual place. Port Vale isn't a place. I believe Port Vale. It's near Stoke. Near Stoke, I believe. But Port Vale isn't actually a place. So that's a lovely bit of general knowledge there.
Do you know who their most famous supporter is?
Do I know the most famous? Well, it's not you, is it?
He loves singing about angels instead. That's the thing.
Oh, Robbie Williams.
Yeah, man.
Is it really?
Yeah.
There we go. Well, those tuning in on the watch along, plenty of facts firing at you this afternoon.
About Port Vale as well.
Yeah,
who would have thought it?
Yeah, who would have thought it? Here you go, here you go. So Diamond Edwards, of course, on loan from Port Vale, and previous to the Southampton Academy as well. So obviously he's got a lot of talent, this young man. And we were just looking on transfer markets before the game as well. And he has a transfer value of 100,000. 100,000 euros on the transfer market website, so he's got a bit of value here. So hopefully, I mean, he's only on the bench today. Hopefully we can see what he can do, because I haven't actually seen Diamond Edwards play. He's only played in our away games so far, so hopefully we can see something from him today, Alex.
I hope so. And like you said, the Southampton Academy, very prestigious. We've seen some big names come through there: Oxlade-Chamberlain, Walcott. So
Alan Shearer?
Alan, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't talk about him.
No, because obviously we've got a Mackham here joining us on Commentary today. But obviously your first club is Hampton and Richmond, of course. Sunderland comes second. But we'll get into Sunderland later on at half time. So obviously a lot of new faces through the door for Hampton and Richmond as well there. And on the bench, Zana Saziba as well, on loan from York City's on the bench there for Hampton and Richmond. So hopefully he will be making an appearance this afternoon. Should Hampton and Richmond need some attacking changes up front? I mean, Alex, in your opinion, when you do have a lot of players coming into the squad, there's a lot of turnover. Do you think do you think that could be difficult for the team to gel? Do you think?
100%. I think since I've been here, I'm looking at that starting 11. And I think I can maybe count on one couple of fingers how many are playing in that game, and I think it makes it really hard for the manager, because we know they're not a full-time team, train a couple of times a week, so essentially they're building those relationships on a match day, so it's extremely difficult, but that seems to be the nature of the game at this level. A lot of clubs have to do this, get these players on short-term deals, and to be fair to Alan Julian, he's done well. It can't be easy having to introduce yourself to new people all the time. So
no, absolutely, and also just looking at the Hampton and Richmond team there, you've got the likes of Joe Iasiafano that was announced very recently. A lot of change through the door for Hampton and Richmond. And it was very interesting. I listened to Alan Julian's post-match interview after the St Albans loss early in the week. He was just saying about a lot of the lads, playing Saturday, Tuesday, it is starting to take its toll on the players. I mean, you have to remember, a lot of the players we've signed at this season, they come from the lower levels, but they really have stepped up to this Hampton and Richmond side, and obviously went on that fantastic run in December and January. There was, at the end of January, after the Dorking game, there was still a lot of hope that potentially Hampton and Richmond could get into the playoffs there. But sadly, it has slipped away for Hampton and Richmond. I think, looking at the side now, I think Alan Julian could potentially be looking ahead now to next season. So the players are now coming out onto the pitch. It'll be Hampton and Richmond wearing the red home shirt with the navy blue shorts, and Maidstone United wearing a lovely sky blue kit there. And well, I was just looking at the shirts there. Unusually for Maidstone, they haven't got the surnames on the back of the shirts, which surprises me.
It's going to make life really easy for us today, isn't it?
Well, so obviously, the black number on the back of the blue shirt will make it easier for us to spot them. But I mean, I've seen a lot of this level as well. A lot of teams now do have the surnames on the back of the shirts. I mean, what's your thoughts on that at this level, Alex, having the surnames on the back of the shirts?
I think this level, absolutely fine. I remember I used to play at a very low level, and the captain insisted we all got names on the back of our shirts, and I thought we looked like absolute idiots. But that was a very low level. This level, I want names on the back of shirts. I think it should be there. Yeah,
I mean, the National League South is considered the lowest level of elite men's football. So I think surnames on the back of shirts is great. And do you know what? This is my own opinion, but I think if you had this surname on the back of the shirt, like you have at the higher levels, I don't know. I just would love to wear the shirt more, because you've got your surname on the back, And unofficially, everybody, I was just chatting with Alex as well off air about this. I think unofficially, if you add all the squad numbers up today, I think this unofficially might be the highest number, like the total number in terms of like shirt numbers today. Unofficially, that's what from what I've seen. Dylan Berry being number 47, of course, and there's only two numbers, number 6 and 11, playing today. The rest are all your traditional non-squad numbers, aren't they? So unofficially, I'm going to put that on. So don't quote me on that, those tuning on Beaver TV. So thank you for those that are tuning in on Beaver TV so far. Do get your comments in on the live chat. Alex and I will be happy to answer any of your questions, or just to join in, just to chat about anything. I mean, how's your Saturday afternoon going? We'd love to know. So the players are now on the pitch, and Hampton and Richmond are on the left-hand side here, whilst Maidstone United are on the right-hand side here. They're just doing their final warm-ups. So not too long for kick-off now. So, Alex, if we're into this game, what would you say the result's going to be if you had to choose?
I have to be a realist today, Johnny, and I think it's going to be very hard for Hampton and Richmond, but I think the big crowd will definitely help them. But this game obviously means a lot more to Maidstone in terms of the league table at the moment. I mean, I don't think the Beavers have lost too convincingly in recent weeks. It's kind of been 2-1, so I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win. But I hope I'm proved wrong. 2-1 away win to Maidstone. Oh, boo! No, do you know what? No, it is going to be a really difficult afternoon for Hampton and Richmond here, I do think. Maidstone United, obviously in the playoffs right now, historically have great pedigree at this level. It's going to be a difficult afternoon, but I do believe if the crowd can get behind Hampton and Richmond today, the big crowd we have here, I think a draw would be a really respectable result for Hampton and Richmond to get things back on track for the Beavers as they look to try and end the season on a more positive note. So, referees just doing their final checks here as we're just about to kick off. As by my watch, it's already 1 minute past 3. So already 1 minute behind here. Not good.
But if we look in the form of the head-to-head again for Hampton Richmond against Maidstone, 1-3, drawn 2, 1-2. So on balance, you'd look at that and think this is going to be a very even contest. But Maidstone United so far have scored 56 goals this season compared to Hampton Richmond's 51, but they have conceded only 32 goals. So it's
strong.
They are very strong defensively. So we will see how this fixture pans out at Beverley Stadium this afternoon. Another big game for Hampton and Richmond as they look to try and get all 3 points here this afternoon to try and push themselves further up the league table. And we've just seen another flash. Did you see that?
No, I keep missing it.
You keep missing it. Another flash of lightning there. So that will be something to watch out for this afternoon, as hopefully that won't have such an impact on the game as we get things underway. And it's Sam Corn going straight back to Ewica for Maidstone United. They're looking to start very strong, but Masampu was there to head away straight away, and it'll be a throw into Maidstone United as Hampton and Richmond are kicking towards the Alan Simpson OBE stand, whilst Maidstone United are kicking towards the Keith Hussey stand here at Beverley Stadium. So throw into Maidstone United on the far side here then. That's a long throw in going straight into the box. They're looking for the number 5 of Maidstone United, and Lockie Bird does enough to get it away. And that'll be a throw in again to Maidstone United. Yeah, that number 5, George Fowler, with a really long throw in there, straight into the box. So another throw in, very early stages here for Maidstone United on the attack. As it's going to be another long throw in into the box. Looking to find ahead of Maidstone United, that's Ewica. And that goes out for goal kick to Hampton and Richmond. Like you mentioned there, Aaron Blair, 14 goals, Alex. He's going to be a difficult one to keep quiet this afternoon. Yeah, very much so. To keep a clean sheet would be a very, very tough task today. So you imagine that Blair's going to be very, very involved. He's going to be lively, and Maidstone will be looking to get the ball to him throughout the contest, I'm sure. Sol Wanjao Smith as well, the number 15, right in front of us here as well. He previously of Bath City, signed for them earlier in the season, but he's come back to Maidstone United because I believe, when I was speaking to my godfather actually, who's a Bath City fan, I believe Sol Wanjao Smith's family is more in the Maidstone area. So I think making that move back to Maidstone was a really good one for him, because Bath actually at the start of the season they were in wretched form. Bath City have not had the best season under Jerry Gill, and Jerry Gill obviously left the club a couple of months ago. It's Darren Way, the manager now for Bath City, who we play here on the 5th of February at home. So that'll be another big game for Hampton and Richmond. But this is Hampton and Richmond on the attack now with Ibrahim Jallo. Jallo on the edge of the box, looking to find the head there. Head there of Rudy Allen, I think it was, and it just rolls out for a goal kick. But that was a promising attack there for Hampton and Richmond, Alex. Yeah, really nice bit of skill from Jallo. He tried a couple of step overs, got a nutmeg in. That's where you like to see him at his best, running at defenders. Decent ball in, and was that a shot on target maybe early doors? Maybe just wide, wasn't it, of a shot on target? But positive start. Goalkeeper for Maidstone, Alexis Andre Jr. Bit of a celeb around these parts. He's got nearly 1 million followers on Instagram. I was just chatting to Jackson from the media team. He was on the equivalent of Big Brother in France, and he won the show. So he's gained a bit of celebrity status from that. And that was a good attack there from Maidstone United. But Lockie Bird just headers it back to Dylan Berry to stop that attack as Hampton Richmond look to come forward here, and it's number 25, Harry Gardner. Oh no, sorry, no, Joe Iacifano. And that goes out for a throw-in to Maidstone United. So it will be, I think it's just caught offside there actually, so it will be Alexis Andre Jr. to get things back underway once again. Yeah, really big atmosphere here today at Beverley Stadium, Alex, and you really think that will have such a positive impact on the players?
I think so. You've got a big crowd, the players want to perform, you know, there's probably some scouts here as well, so they'll try their best, that's for sure, and yeah, lots of eyes on them today. I mean, you relish those big games, and this is probably the biggest, one of the biggest of the season in terms of fans. I think Torquay was the other one where you got 1,600 supporters here, so massive for them today.
Thrown by Ben Brooks, that goes all the way back to Temi Iweka. It's with Fowler now on the far side. Higgs looking to find Aaron Blair there, and he finds Aaron Blair well. This is Corn into the penalty area, but Archie Taylor was there to get it away, but it's only gone as far as Jordan Higgs. And there's Rudy Allen to clear it up, but again it's gone back with Maidstone United as it's cleared away now. Back with Fowler. Fowler on the halfway line. Out to Seaman. Back into the centre with Bhivesh Gurung. Onto the near side now with Ben Brooks. Ben Brooks into a box with a dangerous ball in, but Rudy Allen was there. No, sorry, Randy Masampu was there to put it out for a corner to Maidstone United.
Yeah, lovely cross there from the left, from the number 3. I think it was Ben Brooks. Pinpoint delivery, well dealt with at the far post, but that may well be a game plan for Maidstone today, getting those crosses into the area.
Yeah, already Maidstone United looking very threatening going forward. So it will be potentially a very busy afternoon for Hampton and Richmond, defensively speaking. So back corner on the far side, whipped in, it's low. It's cleared away and is only as far out as Jordan Higgs. Then Iacifano was there to intercept it, and it goes out for a throw-in again to Maidstone. There's Jordan Higgs with a throw-in, takes it quickly.
Oh, I saw that lightning again.
Oh, that lightning back again. That's 3 strikes of lightning now we've seen. So we're just hoping that lightning just stays away from TW12. That's another ball in, but it's just caught on offside there. So 6 minutes in so far to this fixture. Hampton Richmond 0, Maidstone United 0. Maidstone United looking the stronger side at the moment, with having a couple of really long throw-ins in the corner as well. We're looking dangerous. It's that, and those are the two we've identified, isn't it? The number 9, Aaron Blair, and the number 15, Sol Wanjao Smith. Alex.
Yeah, the 2 danger men for sure. Like you said, it's been a nice positive start from Maidstone, but Hampton have looked solid first 6 minutes. But you know they're going to have to withstand a lot of pressure today as they come forward again, Maidstone. Yeah, and here they come forward looking to find that ball into Wanjao Smith, and it's Wanjao Smith coming forward, and he's, oh, and it's still alive. Oh, it's nearly in the back of the net. Oh, wow, and Don Revan just does enough to keep the ball out of the Hampton and Richmond net, but he was offside anyway. I can see the flag's gone up, but wow, that was dangerous from Sol Wanjao Smith. It looked destined for the net, didn't it? The run for on goal. Dylan Berry tried to deal with it, and it looked like it fell perfectly, but great clearance off the line regardless. But early warning signs, even if it was offsides.
Yeah, absolutely. Early warning signs there for Hampton and Richmond to try and keep Maidstone United at bay. So Dylan Berry will get us underway, the former Norwich City Academy player. Dylan Berry taking that kick, and it goes long, looking to try and pick out Iacifano, but Iweka was there. That's gone out to be a Hampton and Richmond throw now. Archie Taylor just throws that to Dom Revan, so Dom Revan's going to take. Dom Revan to Gardner. Back to Hunt. Sam Corn is there, and it goes, and he puts it out for another throw into Hampton and Richmond. Revan to take, find Iasofano. Into Archie Taylor. Oh, it's come to Rudy Allen on the edge of the penalty area. Still Rudy Allen. Whipped into the box. Can he find a head of a Hampton and Richmond player? Not quite. Safely in the hands of Alexis Andre Jr.
Yeah, lovely bit of play there by Rudy Allen. Held onto the ball well. Lovely little dink over, and I think it was it Jallow nearly got the end of it, but lovely bit of play by Allen. Really impressive him so far today.
Saw Ibrahim Jallow and Jerry Wiltshire on the train today, making their way to Hampton and Richmond, because the traffic is awful this weekend with the M25 closure.
We had some trouble at Heathrow as well, didn't we, Johnny?
Did have some trouble at Heathrow, yeah. The substation fire in Hayes there, causing Heathrow to shut for all of Friday until 7 p.m. So that did have an impact on many travellers. Yeah. Hopefully nobody coming to the game today.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll have some latecomers for sure, but the more the merrier.
Absolutely. So George Hunt tries to clear that away, but it's only as far as Archie Taylor manages to intercept it, but there is Temi Aweka. Oh, and Gardner's done well to try and dispossess Temi Aweka there. Free kick to Hampton Richmond, tries to take it quickly, but it's going to go back. Referee just says, no, you took that too quickly. Go back, please.
Yeah, good strong tackle there, though. He could have had the advantage. I think it was Iasofano and Bird, wasn't it? Really nice double team. Here comes Jallow on the wing. Yeah, Jallow's on the wing there on the far side. He's got a few players to deal with here. Jallow back to Masampu, into Hunt. Hunt back to Masampu. Hampton Richmond pressing well in the Maidstone half. The Maidstone have won it back now. Looking to come away with it, but Jerry Wiltshire's there to head it away into the feet of Rudy Allen. Lockie Bird into Revan. Revan's in a little bit of space here, but Maidstone do well to win it back, and it's now Wanjao Smith. Back to Aweka. Ben Brooks on the near side. Lockie Bird there, safely headering that to Dom Revan. Oh, that's a good play here from Gardner, looking to find the run of Joe Iasofano. Good run, but just hadn't got the pace there over George Fowler. That is going to be a throw into Hampton and Richmond. Dom Revan now on the throw in here for Hampton and Richmond to Joe Iasofano. Deflected by Wanjao Smith. Another throw into Hampton and Richmond. Mark Smith, thank you very much, one of our regular listeners. Hi guys, have I missed anything? Not really, Mark, to be fair. Maidstone United have started strong, but Hampton and Richmond are looking a little bit better now in these last couple of minutes, wouldn't you say, Alex? Yeah, I mean, they had the clearance off the line, obviously, but that was offside. But I think the Beavers have started reasonably well. Been impressive if Iasofano. God, not the best pronunciation there. Rudy Allen as well has been positive, but I think it's been an encouraging start, but not too much in it, I'd say. The last few moments, Hampton and Richmond have just been on top of the game here. But it's now going to be a throw into Maidstone United. Brooks on the throw to find Wanjao Smith. Wanjao Smith does get there. Oh, and nearly finds Tom Leahy. Hampton Richmond done well to win it back here with Renedy Masampu. Back to Jerry Wiltshire. Wiltshire looking to find the run of Joe Iasofano. Finds Jallow instead. One back by the Stones. Nice bit of skill there from Charlie Seaman, but it goes out for a throw into Hampton and Richmond. So Masampu on the throw. Met first by Sam Corn there. Sam Corn thumps it long, looking to find the run of Aaron Blair, but Jerry Wiltshire was there to deal with it. It's safely back in the hands of Dylan Berry. Dylan Berry, of course, at the club whilst Max Merrick is on international duty for the England men's elite squad, development squad, I think it is. Max Merrick didn't play in the fixture on, I think it was Friday night. I think they played. Alex, can't quite remember. Who was it they played? I can't quite remember, but one of them played the Czech Republic.
Yeah,
that was them. Yeah, I think it was them.
Yeah, Max Merrick didn't feature in that game, unfortunately, and of course Ted Curd being called up for the England men's under-19s.
There's some good goalkeepers here this season, haven't we, Johnny?
There's been some superb goalkeepers here this season, and Dylan Berry is one of them. So this is Rudy Allen now. in the Hampton and Richmond half, plays it back to Wiltshire. Finds Jallow in a little bit of space on the far side. Finds Lockie Bird. Lockie Bird just looking to push forward to find Iasiafano. Hunt, back to Wiltshire, back to Berry. Not such a good goal kick from Berry as it's now back with Maidstone. Seaman plays it back to Fowler. Then to Temiaweka. Brooks now on the near side. Finding Blair. Brooks now on the halfway line. This is good from Maidstone United. Mark Smith as well looks good. Turnout on the fans today. Yeah, really big turnout here today, Mark Smith. I know you're very local. But yeah, really big crowd here today, so hopefully that can spur on the Beavers this afternoon. And that player switch looking to find Seaman on the far side. Rolls out for a throw-in to Maidstone United. Throws it to Corn. Back into Seaman. Seaman whips that in. Jerry Wiltshire's there to clear it away, and Jallow thumps it to try and find Gardner. Archie Taylor into Gardner. Good control from Gardner, and looking to find the run of Archie Taylor here, but it's gone all the way through to Iasiafano. Back to Revan. I'd say both sides, Alex, so far, they're putting some good passing together.
Yeah, it's been a strong start. I mean, the ball hasn't been out of play much. Both teams trying to string passes together, like you say. It's been quite even. I think you can see both teams are up for it early doors.
Lockie Bird now just trying to dispossess Aaron Blair. Aaron Blair not happy as he goes down on the deck there. The referee says no, get up please. But that's a good ball in to Maidstone, and offside flag. That was a great strike there from Leahy, I think it was. But it just goes over Dylan Berry's foot just to put it out wide, Alex.
Yeah, it's another great cutting ball though, isn't it? We've seen that twice now, both offside, but if they keep trying that sooner or later, they may well be in. So it's a good game plan, good tactic from the Stones. Yeah, Tom Leahy with a really good strike there, and Dylan Berry doing enough to put it away, just away from the goal, sorry. So Maidstone United looking threatening going forward. But again, Maidstone, I think that's almost 3 times now Maidstone have been caught offside. So Hampton and Richmond playing a really good line to catch Maidstone out there. So that's taken, it's gone all the way back to Lockie Bird. Now throwing to Maidstone United on the near side. Lockie Bird not happy with that decision from the linesman. Yeah, not sure either the ref or the linesman can see that quite clearly, so I think he feels a bit disaggrieved with that. It's back with now Jordan Higgs to Fowler to Seaman on the far side. And that'll be now thrown to Hampton and Richmond. So just over 16 minutes played here at Beverley Stadium. It's Hampton and Richmond 0, Maidstone United 0. Like we said during our pre-match discussion, this game you could argue is more important for Maidstone than it is Hampton and Richmond here. Maidstone need to get those 3 points just to continue securing that position in the playoff spots, as they've got they've got Weston-super-Mare right behind them. But we'll bring you those half-time scores at the end of the first half, and we will have a look at that Weston-super-Mare game to see how Weston-super-Mare are getting on. So another throw into Hampton and Richmond. Masampu on the throw here. Goes all the way through to Maidstone. Oh, and there's a foul there by George Hunt on Jordan Higgs. Free kick to the Stones. And it will be the Instagram celebrity taking the kick there to get us underway. This is Brooks into Wanjao Smith. Wanjao Smith now on the edge of the penalty area. Back to Bivesh Guran. Brooks now into Blair. This is good from Maidstone United, and then just on the near side of the corner flag. And Blair, well, shot or cross? What do you reckon that was? I hope it's a cross. Either way, it wasn't amazing because he was trying to do. I think he was trying to hit the back post from that angle, but very, very difficult on the turn, I have to say.
Yeah, Aaron Blair's shot or cross well over the bar, not challenging Dylan Berry at all there. So goal kick to Hampton and Richmond here. On the balance of play so far, I would say Hampton and Richmond are doing quite well to keep Maidstone out.
It's been a strong start. I think we looked at the form, we were thinking the worst today, but so far it's been so good. They've been pretty solid. Caught them offside a couple of times in key situations. They'll just have to maintain that for the rest of the game, but it looks like they're up for it, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I do believe you're right there, Alex. And Lockie Bird clears that away, and it's another throw into Maidstone United here. Brooks on the throw. Oh, and the referee's just going to have a little chat with BEAVERS Guren here. I'm not sure what for. Yeah, the referee, we were just... when I got here at 1 o'clock this afternoon, I was helping out on the pitch with the old fork there, just trying to get rid of some of the surface water. Had a little chat with the referee here. He was saying, what
did he have to say?
Yeah, he's just saying, oh, there's a bit of water there, lads, isn't there? And I said, yeah, there is, and I'm forking the pitch. Would you mind leading me to it? Thank you. Because obviously we obviously didn't want any issues with the game getting started.
There's a pool of water in the area, wasn't there, as well?
Yeah,
you don't see that very often.
No, but we got rid of it, and the game is happy to continue.
So we have you to thank for it today, Johnny.
Thank you very much.
Wouldn't have been on, would it?
Absolutely. Ray Thorpe's just tuning in with us. Ascot 1, Farnham 1. Yeah, that's a really big game for Farnham, I believe. I believe, Ray, they are top of the Southern League Division 1, is it, Ray? I think Farnham are doing really well at the moment. So yeah, 1-1 there. So Farnham hopefully can keep pushing on and keep pushing up the text. I think they're top. I could be wrong, but I haven't checked in on that division for quite a while. And obviously, I don't know where Ascot United are doing. And Sutton Common 0, Moneyfields 1. Thank you very much, Ray.
Moneyfields. Any idea where that is?
I do. Moneyfields, I believe, is in Portsmouth. Ray, we had this discussion on the watch along a few weeks ago. I think Moneyfields is in the Portsmouth area. One of my friends actually used to play for Moneyfields. Anyway, so that goal kick for Hampton and Richmond, and Archie Taylor there just trying to head away, and it's going to be a free kick now for Hampton and Richmond. Sam Corn just having a few words with the referee there. So also, we were going to talk a little bit about it at half-time, but of course, Maidstone United had that fabulous FA Cup run 2 seasons ago, and they beat Ipswich Town. And only 3 players from that team that played Ipswich Town survive and are they're in the team today. And those players are Sam Corn and Harry Kiprianou and BEAVERS Guren are the only players left from that squad that are still with Maidstone United. Yeah, what a day out that must have been. And I mean, you'd wish that for any non-league club, wouldn't you?
I think it's what every non-league club dreams of. I mean, if we had that here at Hampton and Richmond, it would just be absolutely incredible. You know, the time may well come, but when you look at where Ipswich are now, I mean, they were still flying last season. So to have defeated them, got to the last 8 out of all the teams in the competition, I mean, fair play to George Elokobi's side. Absolutely.
And Billy Taylor, I'm not sure if I know you haven't made any comments yet, but I believe, after speaking to your lovely mother, she said you were tuning in, so shout out to you, Billy, if you're tuning in. And had a lovely chat with your mum before the game as well. She's good as gold, she is. Here to support Archie, who we're big fans of on the watch along. I mean, that free kick he got a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago, that was fabulous. Slips my mind now who that was against now, but yeah, it was superb.
I was there.
Were you there for that game? You were, wasn't it? It was a superb free kick, wasn't it?
It was Chesham.
Was it Chesham? Yeah.
Brilliant goal.
Brilliant goal. So thrown to Hampton and Richmond on the far side. With Sam finding Rudy Allen back to Hunt. Intercepted well by Tom Leahy. It goes out for another throw into Maidstone United. Again, the game now is very much in the centre of the park, Nathan and Alex Knight. Hampton and Richmond settling into the game really well.
Yeah, I think they've done very, very well. I mean, they haven't created an awful lot, but they've been well in this game. And like you said, the ball's been in that middle sector of the pitch for a long, long time. Quite closely contested. But yeah, I think so far so far so good. And they've worked a couple of openings, and I'm sure they will get their chance as the half goes on.
So another throw in for Hampton Richmond on the far side. There's one back by Maidstone. It's with Corn. All the way back to Alexis Andre Jr. He thumps that long, but Jerry Wiltshire gets to the header first. Archie Taylor now finds Joe Isiafano. To Revan. Revan is Archie Taylor. Looking to find Gardner. And Jerry Wiltshire looking to try and find that run of Isiafano if he can. But it's one back by Maidstone. Here's Wanjao Smith. Looking to find Tom Leahy, and it's going to be a throw into Hampton and Richmond. Thank you to all those tuning into the Watch Along live on YouTube on Beaver TV. We've got Mark Smith and Ray Thorpe with us today. Please, anyone else that's tuned in, do feel free to put any comments in. We accept comments, not necessarily about football. Could be anything, really.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah, we had when it was Shrove Tuesday. We had a big pancake discussion.
Didn't even have pancakes that day.
No, I didn't either. No, shocking behaviour. Wanjao Smith, the shot there, and it goes well wide. Yeah, this game just has settled down a little bit. I feel like there's not been too much action, really, Alex. As we're just 24 minutes into this first half, and it's been, very much in the middle of the park.
Yeah, I think the quality hasn't been bad, but there hasn't been an awful lot of openings. But I think it's a good sign that, limiting Maidstone to shots from distance here, really, really good thing to see. And yeah, it's settling, isn't it, like you say? So I'm sure those chances will come.
Yeah, because of course, this game, like we said, I feel like is more important to Maidstone than it is Hampton and Richmond. So Maidstone will want to try and be the first team to break the deadlock here. As a throw into Hampton and Richmond as we're just retrieving another ball. Dom Revan, we're taking the throw in here. Dom Revan taking the throw. Looking to find Archie Taylor. Goes through to Joe Isiafano. And Temia Wecker clears it away. Masampu. Bit of head tennis going on at the moment. And a free kick now for Maidstone for the challenge. And then Gardner was just blocking the free kick there. Now we are going to see the first yellow card there for Harry Gardner on his debut here for Hampton and Richmond, blocking that free kick. He's been shown the cheese, as I like to say.
Needless cheese, I think, as well.
Needless cheese, indeed. Oh, speaking of cheese, I'm starving. Are you hungry?
I could eat, Yeah.
I did
have a burger at lunch.
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah. No, I'm starving.
We'll get you some cheese. Everyone's got some Edam.
Yeah, anyone got any cheese for me? Really appreciate it. Might need to get a burger at half-time, but we won't, because for this half-time we're planning to do the watch-along. We're going to stay on live the whole time, so we'll have a big discussion during the first half, talking all things football, not just the Van Armagh National League South and Hampton and Richmond, the Premier League, England, the national team. So plenty of things to discuss at half-time when we get there. So throwing now to Hampton and Richmond on the far side. Looking to find Gardner. This one back by the Stones. Brooks looking to find the runner of Wanjao Smith, which he does. Dom Revan's there to try and deal with it, but it's back with Brooks. Gardner looks to try and intercept, but Maidstone doing well to keep possession here. Into Fowler. Fowler to Corn. Back to Fowler. Alexis Andre Jr. back to Temia Wecker. Wecker went to Brooks now. Brooks looking to find that run of Aaron Blair. Is Aaron Blair going to get there? He is. Aaron Blair right by the corner flag on the near side, but Lockie Bird is there to deal with it. But he's won it back, Aaron Blair. That's a nice little back heel there into Brooks. Leahy does keep it in, and it's offside. but the ball did go into the back of the net, but offside was called anyway.
Yeah, well off. A bit heart and mouth movement there for a second, but yeah, you can see how deep that ball went in. They can't seem to get their crosses right at the moment. But I do feel like they'll get an opening. They keep trying these through balls. I think it will happen.
Yeah, they are getting caught offside quite a lot, Maidstone. So Hampton Richmond doing a really good job of holding that line. Oh, and it's a poor goal kick from Dylan Berry as it's found Wanjao Smith. And then George Hunt with a superb tackle to put that out for a throw into the Stones. Throw taken to Higgs. Bivesh Gurung. Gurung out to Brooks on the near side. Back to Aweka on the halfway line. Billy Taylor, I'm here. Did you guys watch the Bunch of Amateurs Hampton episode? Yes, I did actually. I did. I watched it just as it came out on that Sunday when I could watch it. Yeah, it was like you say, because I remember you were saying, Billy, it was interesting to see how Dorking set up against us. And from what I remember, was that thunder?
Yeah, it was.
That was thunder, Billy. Sorry to interrupt you just there, but there was a bit of thunder there. Just going to have a little break in play here as Sol Wanjao Smith is down on the deck here as he's going to receive a little bit of treatment on both sides. Just going to huddle around to have a little bit of water and a bit of team talk there. But yes, I have seen the Bunch of Amateurs episode. And yeah, it was really good to see. And obviously getting that 2-2 draw, it was fabulous for us. Yeah, what did you make of the episode, Billy? Like, just talk me through again. What did you think of it? I really enjoyed watching it. Have you seen it, Alex?
I haven't. I didn't realise there was one after the Hampton game. You didn't feature, did you, Johnny?
I did not. No, Sally didn't feature. Sadly, no. I did see Rich Philpen, the chap that runs Bunch of Amateurs, and I just said a quick hello, but no, didn't feature. Sadly, Mark Smith, clouds coming, thunder on Witton coming your way. Oh, Mark, we'll try and do your best to keep the thunder and lighting Witton way. So we'll try and keep it nice and dry here for the players. But yeah, that thunder is rumbling. So hopefully that we're not going to see any thunder and lightning over TW12 here. So Sol Wanjao Smith is back up on his feet again.
Yes, the one player you wouldn't want to have injured if you're a Maidstone there.
No, absolutely not. And Sol Wanjao Smith is just going to sideline himself for just a moment. So we're back underway here, and Wanjao Smith rejoins the pitch. Mark Smith, I'm in my man cave watching you guys and the cricket in the background, and yes, hailstones as well. Wow, there's hailstones in Witton, everybody, so goodness gracious, want to try and keep that in Witton if we can, Mark. So it's back with Maidstone. This is Gurung. Hunt clears it away. Goes out for a Maidstone throw. Billy Taylor, I thought it was really good. Want to know the scouting app they use? Oh, the scouting app. I think it's called Y Scout, Billy. I think that's spelled WY Scout. I believe that's what they use to find out about the players' information. So give that a little Google, and I think that's what they use. I mean, you have to pay a subscription. I don't think it's available for us folks to have a little look. I think you need to pay hundreds of pounds to have a subscription to it, but that's what I believe they use. But I think that episode went into depth about how the teams have to be adaptable. Yeah, absolutely. And
speaking of, I think Chris Wilder talked openly about using AI to sign a player for Sheffield United.
Oh, really?
January window, yeah.
Well, that's a big topic of discussion, isn't it? AI, how that's going to impact football. Oh, and there's just a little challenge there from Isiafano on Aweka. And it's going to be a free kick to Maidstone United here. So Gurung's going to take it. Just a nice little short one into Aweka. Back to Gurung. Oh, and there's that thunder again, rumbling away over Witton. We're hoping it's not going to come this way. Back to Corn. Out to Fowler. Maidstone United just keeping possession at the moment. Aweka. Sam Corn. Sam Corn over the halfway line, pushing forward now. Finding Brooks. Back to Corn. Back to Gurung, and Archie Taylor's done well to intercept that. And Archie Taylor looks to try and break away. And Oweka did stop the run of Archie Taylor, and Archie Taylor's calling for a free kick, but the referee doesn't think so play continues. Brooks into Wanjiao Smith on the edge of the penalty area here, but plenty of red shirts to deal with Wanjiao Smith. Gurren switches it, looking to find Fowler. Instead he finds Charlie Seaman. Seaman into Blair. The pace has just increased here a little bit, Alex.
Yeah, Mason really got their foot on the ball. We can see all the Hampton and Richmond players in their own half, and you can see just how comfortable the Stones are on the ball here as they're building, and the cross comes in.
Oh, and it's a goal! Maidstone United, Tom Leahy with the goal to get Maidstone United in front. The cross comes in, and Tom Leahy was at the back post and fires that into the net. It's Hampton and Richmond 0, Maidstone United 1.
Yeah, really good goal from Mason. We've seen they've attempted those crosses the whole first half. Hadn't got them right, but that one was right on the money. And what a strike from Tom Leahy. He found himself in the box, volleyed it home, and really, really good goal for the Stones. You just said it was building, wasn't it? They were building something there. Yeah,
all of a sudden you just felt the pace of the game went, and Hampton and Richmond couldn't quite keep on top of it, and Hampton and Richmond find themselves one goal down here. And I think Hampton and Richmond have done such a good job of keeping those players, Sol Wanjiao Smith and Aaron Blair, under control. But we never mentioned Tom Leahy.
And who was the crossing there?
I didn't see. If I'm brutally honest with you, I didn't see who the cross came in from. I think it might have been Ben Brooks. So we're back underway here at Beverley Stadium. It's Hampton and Richmond 0. Maidstone United 1. Mark Smith, Maidstone fans are great chaps. I know some, and I bet Mr. Spike is there. Don't know who Mr. Spike?
Can't say I do know. I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued.
Or is that his nickname?
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know a little bit more about Mr. Spike, Mark. So do share if you can. This is Gurung now, and he's got Gardner to deal with. Only as far as Higgs. And Higgs looks to find the run of Blair. Lockie Bird just clears it away. Throw into Maidstone United. Into Bivish Gurung. Gardner clears it away. Another throw into another throw into Maidstone United. Mark Smith, oh gosh, going indoors big. Bolts. Oh no, come on you Beavers. Sorry, I've completely read that. Sorry, my delivery there was awful there, Mark. Yeah, obviously, the Thunder and Lightning is rumbling around TW12. You could argue, is that a bit of pathetic fallacy for this game?
That's very great GCSE knowledge.
That is GCSE knowledge there. Well, pathetic fallacy is really living up to its heights at the moment, as Maidstone United are winning here at the moment at Beverley Stadium. Free kick now for Maidstone United in the Hampton and Richmond half, very close to the halfway line. It's going to be Ben Brooks to take the free kick here. Looks to find Oweka into the number 5. This is Aaron Blair! And no, the offside flag is not up. It's 2-0 to Maidstone here. Oweka's header straight into Aaron Blair. And it's Hampton and Richmond 0, Maidstone United 2.
Yeah, and they just caught asleep there. I think everyone assumed it was going to be offside. That flick on from Oweka came over, and Blair was on his own, wasn't he, in the box? Never going to miss from that. From there, they're looking for the flag, didn't come, and you can see the inquest is going on, and I'm a bit worried about how this is going to go for the Beavers at this rate. Yeah, 2 goals in very quick succession for Maidstone United to get themselves 2 goals to the good. So Hampton and Richmond have it all to do now if they're going to get anything out of this game. I'm sure Alan Julian will be desperate to get the boys in for half-time. Yeah, I think they're doing so well for so long, but they're just finding it really hard to get a hold on the game. Lots of possession from Maidstone, and they're just having to withstand a lot of pressure at the moment. It's going to be very difficult. It's a chap that has spiky, colourful hair. You can't miss him. I saw him earlier. He's got we did see it. Yes, I did see him actually. Right. Yeah, I didn't say hello to him. Perhaps I should have done, but yeah, I did see Mr. Spike. Yes, I did. Oh, there we go. Well, Mr. Spike will be delighted with the way things are going at the moment, but Hampton and Richmond look to try and come forward here, but Oweka is there to clear the line. So throw into Hampton and Richmond here now. So throw into Hampton and Richmond here. Dom Revan to take the throw in here. Find Rudy Allen. Hunt.
Maidstone looked to find Blair there, but Jerry Wiltshire was there to head away, and it's safely back with Dylan Berry. Lockie Bird finding Gardner, but Bivesh Gurung dispossesses him, and Aweka is then brought down by Joey Isiafano.
Yeah, he's frustrated, isn't he, there, Isiafano? I think just with how the game's going, he's finding it hard to get on the ball, not much service up to him, and you know, he's having to foul his opponents to get in the game. I think he's also frustrated with the referee, but no complaints with that foul.
No. So free kick here to Maidstone United. Let's take it short out to Fowler. Corn. Hampton Richmond try to win it back, but it's with Seaman. That's a throw in now to Hampton and Richmond on the far side. Mr. Spike just texted me saying, haha, we are hailstoning your team. He is a joker, lol. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, they have been hailstoning us in the last few minutes, Mark, it's got to be said. Hampton and Richmond need to try, and if they can, go into half-time with try and keep the scoreline as it is, or try and get a goal back here if they can. I'm just trying to see if I can spot Mr. Spike around the back.
He's right down there.
He's with the drum, near where that drum is.
Yeah, orange Mohican. Looks like he's on fire.
Oh, well, Maidstone United certainly are on fire at the moment with 39 minutes gone here. It's Hampton and Richmond 0, Maidstone United 2. Goals coming courtesy of Aaron Blair and Tom Leahy. Free kick to Hampton and Richmond now with a foul on George Hunt. Hampton and Richmond haven't really tested Alexis Andre Jr.
No, and that's where set pieces could be important. You know, they've been limited to chances, so getting the right delivery here is also important for getting a chance.
Archie Taylor takes it. It's going to be a short one to Masampu. Masampu's being encouraged to shoot, and the shot goes wide. Claps around Beverley Stadium as Hampton and Richmond fans look to try and get the boys pushing further on, as Hampton and Richmond need to get a goal back here.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it? Big team talk for Alan Julian at half-time. 2 goals in it, and the thing is they happen in such quick succession, which makes it even more difficult for the team. But there are some big names on the bench. You've got Atkinson, Babajide, Diamond Edwards, of course. Saziba, we know he's a strong, powerful winger, so plenty of players they could bring on in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think changes will need to be made here for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, and George Hunt looks in a bit of trouble in the middle there.
Yeah, as I don my gilet, and George Hunt,
for the gilet.
Yeah, it's time for the gilet, and George Hunt just has, well, he is holding the back of his hamstring there.
I think he got a knock through the back. It's a painful one.
He's just limping around a little bit. He's going to try and continue if he can. Alexis Andre Jr. clears that away, and George Hunt's gone down again, and George Hunt isn't getting up this time, I don't think. No, referee's going to stop play here as George Hunt receives a little bit of attention here.
Yeah, would you think Atkinson, the likely candidate to come on in this situation here, centre midfield? Yeah,
I do think Atkinson will make an appearance here, and the likes of Zana Saziba.
Maybe Williams as well.
And Alfie Williams as well. So George Hunt just receiving a little bit of treatment here on the back of his leg there, holding his hamstring. Hoping he's going to be able to continue for the rest of this first half. So 42 minutes played here, and it's Hampton and Richmond 0, Maidstone United 2. Maidstone United in quick succession getting themselves 2 goals to the good. So Mr. Spike, as he's known as Mark Smith has pointed out, will be delighted with the way things are going. George Hunt is just limping off there, so not sure whether he's going to come back on to continue this first half, or we might do. We're back underway here. It's with Wiltshire. Wiltshire looking to find Archie Taylor. Headed away by Maidstone. Throw in to Hampton and Richmond. To Rudy Allen. Lockie Bird and George Hunt has rejoined the field again, so that's good to see. Wiltshire. Out to Masampu on the far side. Back to Wiltshire. Jerry Wiltshire. To Masampu. Throw into Hampton and Richmond here. Throw in by Masampu. Trying to find Gardner. Finds Iasiafano. Back to Masampu on the far side. Hampton and Richmond just managing to maintain possession here. Wiltshire looking to find that run of Iasiafano. Is he going to get there? Instead it's going to be Jallo. Just does enough there, Mason. It will be a throw into Maidstone United right by the corner flag on the far side. So Hampton and Richmond in this first half just haven't really been able to test the Maidstone United defence. It was a very strong period around the 20-minute mark. For a good 10-15 minutes, Hampton and Richmond were really good at keeping the ball and passing it around well, but they just hadn't really had enough to try and test Maidstone United, and instead Maidstone United have managed to get themselves 2 goals to the good here. It's with Jerry Wiltshire now to Rudy Allen to Gardner, but just goes through his legs there and Maidstone win it back. Goes out for a throw into Hampton and Richmond. So by my watch, we're just about to finish. 45 minutes here. And I can see the 4th official with the electronic substitution board, and it looks like it's going to be 3 additional minutes to be added on here. So 3 additional minutes to be had here at Beverley Stadium. That's going to be a throw-in to Maidstone United. It'll be Seaman standing over this. Goes long looking to find Wanjao Smith. Hampton and Richmond clear it away, and it'll now be a throw into Hampton and Richmond. It's Masampu from the throw in here. I think you can tell, I mean, Alex, I just feel, it's gone quite quiet here. You do think that the game has certainly changed now. It's become more and more Maidstone United's game as Sam Corn running down on goal here, but Rudy Allen doing enough. There'll be a free kick to Hampton and Richmond here. But you just sense that the wind has been taken out of the sails here for Hampton and Richmond. Yeah,
well, I think Maidstone came in as such strong favourites, didn't they? And for the first 20-30 minutes, it was quite even. I know that Maidstone had a lot of possession, but I thought Hampton playing really well, and that goal definitely knocked their confidence, because I think Maidstone score first, very hard to get the game back, and they got another one 3 minutes later, and that's kind of put the dagger in for them. So yeah, their heads are low, but I think the half time will be good for them, pick their spirits up a bit more, and I think it'll just be about go and enjoy yourself second half. We've got no expectation of us, we're not expected to get anything from the game. Just go out there, big crowd, and enjoy the game.
Yeah, Jules will be giving a big half-time team talk, I imagine. There's a throw in for Maidstone on the near side. It goes long and it finds Blair into Corn, and now Blair can run away with it here. Blair on the edge of the penalty area. He might go for a shot here. He does. Straight at Jerry Wiltshire. Shot from the number 15. So Wanjao Smith cleared away. Very good work from Dylan Berry. But they're knocking on that door, aren't they, Maidstone, Alex?
Yeah, and they're going to get more chances. I mean, on the break, they're dangerous. The 2 danger men, Blair, Wanjao Smith, they got pace running in behind, and they've had quite a few efforts there. And they're going to keep knocking on that door. It's going to be very difficult for the Beavers.
Certainly is, as we're just approaching the end of this first half here. And it'll be be a corner to Maidstone United. Oh, referee is just going to stop here as there's been a bit of argy-bargy in the box between Rudy Allen and Tom Leahy. So we're just waiting for this corner to be taken. In it comes, a good ball in. Still in a dangerous area, Sam Corn. Archie Taylor tries to head away, but it's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, the referee, he's not happy with Corn, is he? I mean,
No.
Corn's not happy, but he did land on him quite heavily.
Yeah, Sam Corn is furious with that. So free kick for Hampton and Richmond. Dylan Berry to take this one. And that will bring proceedings to an end here, and this first half, it finishes here. Hampton Richmond 0, Maidstone United 2. The goals coming in very quick succession. In the 33rd minute, Tom Leahy, and then in the 36th minute with Aaron Blair. Aaron Blair's goal was a superb header that came in from Temi Aweka to put it firing into the back of the net, and then the cross, we believe, from Ben Brooks into Tom Leahy to fire it in the back of the net. Hampton and Richmond, like we say, Alex, they had a period in that first half where they were keeping it really strong, keeping the ball really well, but towards the end of that first half, Maidstone United just took over.
Yeah, they started really, really well, contesting every ball, lots of really good challenges in the middle of the park, but as time went on, we saw the away side build their passes, build possession, and they had a few near misses, a couple of offsides early in the half, where Hampton and Richmond got a few warning signs, but they managed to build on those chances, and when they got their deliveries spot on, that's where the quality came through. And I think it's always going to be difficult for the Beavers. They've got a makeshift side today, a couple of players who've come in, find out how hard to get onto the ball, and when you haven't got a lot of possession, you're having to play on the break, it just makes it very, very difficult. So, you know, they can only try their best, but they're playing against a very strong Maidstone side today.
Absolutely. And then do you want to just take us through the half-time scores in the Vanarama National League South, please, Alex?
Absolutely. So, starting at Boreham Wood, Boreham Wood 0, Dorking Wanderers 0. It's also 0-0 at Chippenham Town and Weymouth. Also 0-0 between Eastbourne Borough and Farnborough. As you said, here is 2-0 to Maidstone United. Hemel Hempstead are 1-0 up against bottom side Aveley. Slough Town also 1-0 up at home to Enfield Town. Also 1-0 at St Albans. They are losing to Hornchurch. And then at Tunbridge is 1-1 between Tunbridge Angels and Chelmsford. Torquay and Bath, that is currently 0-0. Truro City lead Salisbury 1-0. Welling United lead Worthing 1-0. Your favourites there to go.
Oh, there you go.
And Weston are currently drawing 0-0 at home to Chesham, which would be a good result for Maidstone United as things stand.
Well, we did say that, didn't we, that the Western-super-Mare game is going to be really important for Maidstone United. And as it stands, Maidstone United remain in 7th position with the win so far going their way here at Beverley Stadium. If we look at the table, Worthing, losing at the moment there, and they are still in the top spot there, but Truro City are right behind them there, Alex, if we're looking at that table. So if we're just looking there, you know, it's so tight there in the playoff positions there. Maidstone United currently on 70 and Truro City in second on 76. So there's still plenty of movement to be had at that top half of the table. Of course, with the result here, Hampton and Richmond drop down to 18th at the moment with no points going their way at the moment, but Hampton and Richmond quite clear of the relegation zone here, as St Albans City are losing at the moment, and it's 36 points for St Albans City compared to Hampton and Richmond's 48. So I'm just admiring what's going on the pitch there with the penalty shootouts there. 12 points there separating Hampton and Richmond from the relegation zone. And I mean, I think with the form Hampton and Richmond have been on, Alex, you know, and obviously everybody who's tuning on the watch along, we're not going to have a half-time break. We're going to, for the first time, we're going to try this out. We're going to have a 15-minute discussion here at half-time. We're going to talk all things football, but we'll start off with the Vanarama National League South as a moment, as we're discussing Hampton and Richmond, looking at that table, Alex, would you say they're very much safe there?
Yeah, I'd be very surprised. I mean, they'd have to. I think they've got a 12-point cushion, haven't they? With 6 games to go on St Albans and Welling. They've done enough, and I think the fact they've only won 1 of their last 10 shows you how strong a position they were in when we go back to the new year. They'll be fine. I think Alan Julian will be thinking ahead to next season. It'll be about trying to end the season on a high, get some results, try and get a team playing football together. I think they're definitely done enough to be clear of that relegation zone.
And if we are looking at that relegation zone, so currently at the bottom here, Averley look really rock solid at the bottom there. I mean, Averley, if you look at their team, obviously they sneaked into the playoffs last season. And they sneaked into the playoffs due to the result for Hampton and Richmond against Maidstone at their place at the Gallagher Stadium, I believe it's called. A 5-1 victory for Maidstone United. Hampton and Richmond, that result did mean that we jumped out of the playoffs on the last day of the season. So Averley snuck in there. But Averley had some really good talent in that team. They had the likes of Sidio Odelusi and Edwino Vaz, who got signed by Sutton United, who now play in the National League. So they've lost some really key players, Averley. So it does look like for them, Averley will be going back into the Isthmian Premier Division. And again, Weymouth, once off the National League not too long ago, and they now look like they're going to go back down into the Southern Premier Division. Welling United, again, another big team of this division, struggling down there. And St Albans City, a few seasons ago, they were in the playoff final against Oxford City, and they're struggling down there. So some really big teams, Alex, going down there. We could see a complete refresh of the National League South for next season.
Well, it just shows how things can change one season from the next. I think that's down to the player turnover. You said, they lost a couple of players to Sutton, and we saw Jack Taylor here go back to Sutton, where he's on loan from. So, if you've got a team that's playing well and your players are performing, they're always going to get snapped up by the league above. So it just shows, each year is so different. I mean, next season a lot will happen, and I think you'll probably see a similar narrative.
2 seconds, Alex.
No problem at all.
Sorry. I'm staying on here today, so I don't know who Will's putting on there. So, sorry, I was just speaking to Kathleen there. So I'm relieved of duties.
On the pitch. They want to
I don't know what to.
Yeah,
I know. So not quite too sure who's going to be doing that at half time. But anyway, back to the discussions here. So Mark, you're saying it's a hard league, and new players in and out, and the new manager, he definitely needs time. Yeah, fully agree. It has been a really different season for Hampton and Richmond with the high turnover, but I think you have to give a lot of credit here to what Alan Julian's done. There's been such a high turnover of players here, and you feel that with where we're sitting at the moment, I think it's fair to say we've done really well. A lot of people had Hampton and Richmond to go down this season, okay. So I think Hampton and Richmond, it has to be said, have done really well to be in the position they're in. What would you say to that, Alex?
I think you're right. They were smashing it up until January, February. The performance against Dorking in particular was just outstanding. They beat Torquay away from home. So many good results, and I think they've, like you said, exceeded expectations with games to spare, and a lot of people having to go down. So I think full credit to Alan Julian. First season in the job as well. It's a positive. However the season ends now, I think they'll be happy with how it has gone. And I think there's a lot of potential there looking forward as well.
Absolutely. If we're looking at the league as well, the likes of Enfield Town, Salisbury, Chesham United, who was the other team that came up, Hornchurch. So these teams have managed, as it stands, they're looking like they're going to survive in the National League South. It shows the quality between Step 3 and Step 2. Obviously, it is higher in Step 2, of course, but it is enough that these teams can stay up. I mean, as we look, as a big topic of conversation at the moment in the Premier League compared to the Championship, the disparity there in quality. The Premier League just seems to be much, much better than the Championship, Alex. I mean, I'm a Leicester City fan, and Leicester City, Ipswich Town, and Southampton are really struggling to get any points in the Premier League. I mean, in your opinion, what do you think has to be done there, and what are your thoughts on that disparity between the Premier League and the Championship?
It's a really difficult one, isn't it? Because I think Leicester did so well in the Championship last season. Obviously, losing Enzo Maresca was a big blow. Dewsbury Hall left. So they didn't have the ideal start, did they? I thought Ipswich maybe would do better than they did. They signed almost the best players from the Championship, but they just haven't been able to do it in the top flight. And I think it's so difficult. I mean, there's so much money being spent in the Premier League. And when you look at the clubs like Nottingham Forest, for example, how well they're doing now. You think last season they were, within a couple of games of going down. So if you can stay up, I mean, the platform is massive. But there's a huge difference. I look at the teams that are probably going to go up this season. I mean, Leeds United for me have been the strongest side in the Championship. But if they do go up, I think they'll find it very hard. And Sheffield United again, bit of a yo-yo side. Burnley, I think it's so hard. I think once you go up, it's hard to attract those. I don't know. It's hard to build on the team you got and get those Premier League quality players in. You always have to have like the almost perfect summer recruitment, don't you?
Yeah, of course. And obviously, when you're in the Premier League, you obviously drop down, to the Championship there, but you have the parachute payments, I believe. I don't know too much about the parachute payments, but obviously that is a considerable amount of money, isn't it? And that's why Leicester City, when they dropped down, they did come straight back up. So, that does make it even harder for those Championship teams that have dropped down to come straight back up. I mean, Leeds United were absolutely gutted when they missed out of the playoff finals last season, but it looks like they're going to do it this season. If we've got the Championship table up here now, like I said, Leeds United, Sheffield United holding those two automatic positions, Burnley 2 points behind, and then in those playoffs, well, it's a real tussle up between Burnley, Sunderland, Coventry, West Brom, Bristol City and Middlesbrough. So looking really tight. So, very similar to the National League South, you could say. There is such a high level of competition there for those playoff spots. It's going to go down to the final day, isn't it, Alex?
I think it may well do. Choosing between those top three is very, very hard. I thought Leeds were going to run away with it, but Burnley, it's not the most pretty football to watch, but Scott Parker knows how to get results. Sheffield United, again, I thought they might dip, but they've managed to keep it solid. And the run Coventry have been on, Frank Lampard, when he took over, Coventry were just above the relegation places. Now they're in 5th. I mean, it is remarkable. If they go up, he may well have to get manager of the season, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was talks potentially could manager of the season be going the way of Alan Julian with the way things have gone. Obviously, with a fantastic run of form that Hampton Richmond have been on, we were looking at those playoff positions. I mean, certainly, I do think if Hampton and Richmond were to finish in the playoffs this season, Alan Julian definitely would have got manager of the season. Perhaps it's looking now like that might not be going his way. But yes, certainly Alan Julian certainly would have been going that way for sure. Mark Smith again, Chelsea have been rubbish but still 4th or 5th, but Liverpool so far ahead of all the leagues who seem to be struggling of late. Yeah, of course, I mean, now if we do look at the Premier League, Liverpool absolutely running away with it, 12 points clear of Arsenal. I mean, Liverpool have absolutely run away with it, and I mean Arsenal just falling away there. I mean, if we look at the title race there, Alex, I mean Liverpool just running away with it. I mean, what went wrong for Arsenal there?
I think injuries, to be honest. I think losing Saka for months, massive blow. Not signing a striker. I mean, I think we've been saying it for 2 years. Arsenal need a proper centre forward. Jesus came into a bit of form, did his ACL. Martinelli's been out for a bit. I think injuries have played a massive part. You look at City as well, Rodri being out, and I think Liverpool have kind of been pretty lucky with their squad fitness. They have been the best side, but I do think that if Arsenal hadn't have had the injuries they'd had, they'd definitely be a lot closer than they are. But that's on them because they didn't sign in the areas they should have done, in my opinion. But fair play to Arne Slot, did not have them down as winning the league this season. So well done to them.
Absolutely. And then Nottingham Forest, we have to talk about how well they've done. I mean, to be in that position, I mean, do you think Nottingham Forest can hold on? Do you think they'll get those Champions League spots?
I think they will. Beating Man City, I think that was the game where you're thinking if they lose this, they might drop off. They won it, kept a clean sheet, and I just think they've got the ability to beat almost every team in that league. And also Chelsea struggling, Man City can't get consistent. I look at Newcastle, and I hate to say it, but I could have them pipping any of Chelsea and City from the end of the season. I'd be confident. And
of course, you are a fellow Mackham, following of Sunderland. I mean, just for those that are tuning in on the watch along, I mean, just what are your thoughts on Sunderland? I mean, Sunderland they've they've obviously gone from some really low points, haven't they? Being in League One and being stuck in League One. And obviously we've all seen the documentary of A Sunderland Till I Die, which is an absolutely fantastic documentary on the Netflix streaming platform. Other streaming platforms are available, but I do recommend going to watch that if no one's seen it. But I mean, talk us through Sunderland, and obviously now they're high flying in the Championship.
Yeah, so the season's been really interesting. We had a pretty poor end of the campaign last season, but expectations, there weren't any at the beginning of the year. Started really well. We were top of the league in November, and we've kind of gone on a bit of a bad run recently. We got battered by Coventry 3-0 last week, but as you said, we're in fourth. We've still got 9 games left, something like that, and we will be in the playoffs, but I think at the moment I wouldn't fancy us. The football was very good early in the season. It's kind of dropped off a bit, and the big worry for Sunderland is I think they've got the biggest pool of young English talent, and every week I'm reading articles about Bellingham being linked with big clubs, Chris Rigg, Dennis Sirkin. So I think there could be a bit of an exodus come the end of the season, but we're in with a shout. That's the main thing.
Absolutely. And then if we just talk about, obviously, because it being non-league day, obviously the international fixtures are going on at the moment, and of course England played Albania last night, 2-0 win for England there. What was your thoughts on the game, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, it was all right. It wasn't the best watch I've ever seen, but it was Tuchel's first game. I thought Bellingham was outstanding for the pass for Lewis Skelly, who was also incredible. I do think when it comes to the World Cup, that team may well be very different. I wasn't too impressed with Rashford, for example. I looked at the back four. You've got quite a few players out injured as well. So I think Tuchel's experimenting, and he's going to use the games coming up. He hasn't got a long time, has he? 18-month contract. Yeah. So he use these games to figure out who he fancies, who he doesn't. And I think a lot will change, but you take a 2-0 win against Albania. What did you think of the performance? Yeah,
I said to my flatmates at the time, I said I think Thomas Tuchel, in the interview with Gabriel Clark for ITV, Thomas Tuchel was very firm on his identity and what he wants to do. So I thought, well, and that's lovely to see, but I think you've got to back it up, and you've got to back it up with at least a 2-0 win. You had to be a really good result against Albania, and he did do that, to be fair. He got that 2-0 win. Delighted for the likes of Miles Lewis Skelly starting for England and getting on the score sheet. So delighted for Thomas Tuchel to get off to a winning start, and obviously we hope that will continue. And in the chat, please, any other comments about England or the Premier League or anything, please do chuck them in there for Alex and I to digest as we continue in the second half, as both sets of players are now back on the field. So the second half will be getting underway very shortly. But yes, and then speaking of the World Cup, can England win it?
I think it'll be quite open. I don't think there's any. I know Spain were obviously very strong in the Euros. Argentina continues to go strong. It's going to be tough. Can England win it? I mean, they can. Will they? I don't know. I mean, we've seen them miss out so nearly so many times. So it's, they can, but I think a lot has to change between now and that time.
Yeah, I do think with the level of quality England have in the squad, I mean, I think you've got to put us as potential favourites to win the tournament. So we'll see how we go. But we are back to things at TW12 as Hampton Richmond really need to push on in this second half. They've got to get the next goal here, haven't they, Alex?
Absolutely. If they get the next goal, they've got a chance, and they haven't really had many of those in the first half. So it's a big first 10 minutes here. I think there's a change as well here.
So yeah, spot on. You called it. Coming off the field, number 12 George Hunt replaced by number 4 Mike Atkinson. So already Alan Julian making a change there for George Hunt with Mike Atkinson, which you so expertly called, Alex.
Yeah, I think it may have been a George Hunt injury. He did go down a few times, but we knew Atkinson would come on to try and make an impact today.
So yeah, George Hunt coming off, being replaced by the number 4 Mike Atkinson, who has been absolutely fabulous this season. He's been known as Magic Mike amongst the fans and players. So hopefully we can see a bit more of his magic in the second half here. So we have just got things underway here. Throw in on the far side to Hampton Richmond with Dom Revan on this one. Dom Revan looking to find Gardner, but it's cleared away by Fowler. Revan looking to find Gardner again. So now with Atkinson. Into Joe Isifano. Into Masampu. Ibrahim Jallo now on the near side. Jallo still on the ball here. Back to Rudy Allen. To Atkinson. Back to Allen. All the way back to Jerry Wiltshire, and Aaron Blair is chasing down on the ball here towards Dylan Berry. Dylan Berry safely gets that to Lockie Bird. Lockie Bird back to Berry. Dom Revan on the far side now. Revan finding Allen. Looking for that run of Isiafano. And there's a little shirt tug there by Temi Eweka, sorry. And Hampton Richmond try to keep the ball here, but it's going to go out for a goal kick to Maidstone.
Yeah, he's not happy there. Yassi Afano wanted a throw in, I think, a corner, sorry. Bit of tussling going on that corner, but couldn't quite get it. But yeah, big 10 minutes here for Hampton. Have they had a shot on target so far in the game? I can't really recall one. So
I don't think so now. I think Hampton and Richmond have only had a couple of shots from memory. So Hampton and Richmond will need to get anything from this game. They're going to need to get on the score sheet soon. They've certainly got to score the next goal. So goal kick goes long and it's met with by the feet of Lockie Bird, and this is Gardner now. Gardner just trying to win it back here, and it's Atkinson into Gardner. Oh, it's just hit the referee there, and it will be free kick to Hampton and Richmond. Once again, thank you to all those tuning in on the Hampton Richmond Watch Along live on YouTube. Your support is always appreciated. Atkinson, he just tries to flick that ball over the Maidstone defence, looking to find the run of Masampu. So goal kick for the Stones. Alexis Andre Jr. looking to find Aaron Blair, but Jerry Wiltshire was there to head that away. So throw in to be taken by Seaman. Seaman to Corn. Back to Seaman to Gurren. Fowler looking to find the wrong of Tom Leahy. But Jerry Wiltshire does enough to usher that one out for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond. God, I tell you, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I can smell these chips around me, and I'm absolutely starving. So I'm hoping the Village Grill will stay open for me.
Did you not have anything pre-game?
No, well, I had a Marmite bagel before I came out.
That's
yeah, no, and it was on a lovely oniony bread. It was very nice.
Dear.
Oh no, it's dispossessed, and this is Maidstone now into the back of the net, and it's rolled in. It's 3-0. Poor communication there with the back pass, and it's just rolled straight in by Aaron Blair. Didn't even see that. I was so distracted.
Marmite bagels.
I was so distracted by Marmite bagels, but Maidstone are 3 goals to the good here, and Hampton and Richmond have a real mountain to climb now.
Yeah, I think it was Wiltshire at the back. He had the ball, but I think he had a bit too much. Thought he had more time than he did. Communication wasn't there with Berry, and it just fell, didn't it, to Blair? And that, you knew the ball was going to find the back of the net when it fell to him in that area. Yeah,
the back pass there to Berry, and then the communication between Wiltshire and Berry just led to Aaron Blair dispossessing and just rolling it into the back of the net. So it's Hampton Richmond 0, Maidstone United 3. Job done pretty much for Maidstone United now. Hampton Richmond pretty much playing for pride. Free kick now to Maidstone. So free kick to Maidstone United, Alexis Andre Jr. Let's take this one. Goes long. Meets the head of Wiltshire. Throw it to Hampton and Richmond, Isiafano. Throws that one, well, just lets Randy Masampu take this one. Headed away, back with Atkinson now. Switching it to Bird. Into Revan. Revan out to Archie Taylor. To Rudy Allen. Back to Archie Taylor. Bird looking to find the run over Joey Isiafano. And is safely collected by Alexis Andre Jr. for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think just in that sequence of play there, you know, Mason on Hampton and Richmond, aren't they? When they have the ball pushing them back and they just had to go backwards and then force the ball long, giving possession away. So you can see how hard Mason are working off the ball as well as on the ball.
Yeah, Maidstone doing a really good job here at Beverley Stadium as 3 points look to be going all the way back to Kent. Lockie Bird just heading that one away to Archie Taylor. Intercepted by Ben Brooks. Back to Bivesh Gurung. To Fowler. Seaman on the halfway line into Leahy. Back to Seaman on the halfway line. Back with Fowler. Switching it to Eweka. To Corn. Corn back to Alexis Andre Jr. Oh, it's one back by Hampton and Richmond on a heavy touch from Gardner, means it's gone back with Maidstone United. Seaman into Blair, and Blair couldn't quite read the run there, Tom Leahy. So throw into Hampton and Richmond with Masampu to take.
Give it a mic. Give it a mic.
Masampu takes the throw, but finds Maidstone United. And a free kick to Maidstone United. Corn takes it quickly. Finding the run of Leahy. And that has gone all the way through for a corner kick, I think it is, to Maidstone United. So corner kick to Maidstone United here on the near side. Hampton and Richmond need to defend this well if they can. He's played it short. Atkinson does a good challenge there now to that set Hampton and Richmond away. This is Gardner coming forward now. And Sam Corn is just brought down. The referee doesn't think that's a free kick. Back to Wiltshire. Lockie Bird. Back to Wiltshire. Atkinson into Renedy Masampu. Masampu looking to find the run of Joe Isiafano. That's a good touch from Isiafano. But he's got Eweka to deal with, and Eweka does enough to dispossess him, but only as far as Jallow. Jallow into Gardner. And then one back by Gurran. And then that comes off Masampu, and it'll be a goal kick to Maidstone United.
Yeah, they're working really hard here, the Beavers. I think Atkinson's made a difference coming on. Really harrying in that middle of the park, lots of decent challenges, and you know, they're working hard, Hampton and Richmond. They're not going to give up on this, and they'll keep going to the end. And I think we can see Babajide there stripping down, and maybe is it Saziba as well, I think, possibly. Yeah,
we are certainly going to see some fresh legs in an attacking sense for Hampton and Richmond, I'm sure. So 55 minutes gone here at Beverley Stadium. It's Hampton and Richmond 0, Maidstone United 3. A brace for Aaron Blair and Tom Leahy also on the score sheet. Sampu takes the throw in for Hampton and Richmond, but Gurren wins it back. Oh, headers. There we go. So throw in for Maidstone United here on the near side. Long for throw, looking to find Leahy. It's back with Seaman. Back to Fowler. Excuse me, I'm just yawning on commentary there. I had a coffee before the game started. No, and to be fair, Alex, it's fair to say that I mean my yawn is kind of, well, a true reflection of kind of what we're seeing. Would you not say?
I think you maybe needed a few more sugars in that coffee there.
Yeah.
Johnny. Yeah. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Because you know that it's a tough game. Maidstone are a good opponent, and Hampton and Richmond are a weaker side today. You know, a couple of lads come in, working really hard, but up top haven't been able to create anything at all. So I think these fresh legs coming on will be a good thing. Inject some pace up there. It's been a very difficult afternoon. Yeah,
and Maidstone have just been that, or they've just had that bit more quality over Hampton and Richmond so far this afternoon.
We'll spare your yawns. We'll let you off.
Thank you. Do apologise for yawning on the Hampton and Richmond watch along. Yeah, didn't have a late night last night, but after the
Should I divulge there, Johnny?
Well, no, after the game last night, the England Albania game, I mean, my housemates, we just stayed up and just watched a bit of telly with a few beers. So perhaps an earlier bedtime tonight would be appropriate.
What was on the telly after the England game?
What did we watch? It was on TNT Sports, I think it was. Other broadcasts are available. We watched a bit of the baseball, a bit of the World Rally Championships.
Nice.
So the possession still with Maidstone United here. This is Brooks into Bivesh Gurung in the Hampton and Richmond half. Seaman looking to find that run of Blair, and he's done well. And Jerry Wiltshire just blasts it out for a throw in to Maidstone United. At least the weather behaved, Mark Smith saying. Yeah, the weather actually has behaved. Yeah, it's looking pretty good now. Those thunder and lightning clouds have gone away. You've done a good job, Mark, keeping them away. And that throw-in just came in. It's going out for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, I think we just avoided it, didn't we? We saw lots of flashes going around the ground. We thought it was coming our way, but we've been lucky.
And we are going to see a triple change for Alan Julian's side. So here we go. So leaving the field, number 6, Lachlan Bird, to replace by the number 17, Bumi Babajide.
There'll be a change in formation here, I think.
Absolutely. And then we're going to see Diamond Edwards come on as well. Coming off number 11, Ibrahim Jallo. Let's hope Diamond Edwards can inject a sparkle into this.
How long have you been planning that one then?
And also leaving the pitch, number 15, Joe Iasiafano, replaced by number 28, Zana Saziba. So a triple change for Hampton Richmond. I mean, you've got to say you think it's needed, Alex.
Absolutely, especially up top. There hasn't really been. They haven't offered anything, but it's been difficult because Mason have played really well. But you've got Saziba. You know, he's a unit. He's got a few goals since he signed as well. Babajide up top, different kind of player. But I think we'll be. It's already looking a bit more promising here. Saziba on the ball.
Yeah, he's already on the ball now. He's going to go for the shot. Oh, and that's it was parried by Andre Alexis Jr. I mean, I think that is the first shot on target we've seen in the game, and it was a good strike, and it was parried by Alexis Andre Jr. So already, Alex, Zana Saziba showing his quality.
Yeah, we needed that because down this side, you know, Jallo worked hard but failed to offer anything. Saziba's come on, he's taken on his man, and that's what you should do. Run at your player, and he's worked a shooting opportunity, so already more positive.
Rudy Allen back to Wiltshire. Hooks that away. It's now with Archie Taylor. And then Edwards is just giving a little nudge in the back there. Hampton Richmond managed to win it back. This is Edwards. Looking to find a run on Bowie Babajide. And that goes out for a throw into Maidstone United.
In no hurry, are they, to take this throw in?
No, absolutely not. And why would you be? You're 3 goals to the good. The job is virtually done for Maidstone United here. Hampton Richmond very much playing for pride. A throw in finds Tom Leahy. As they look to come forward, this is Wan Jow Smith charging onto this. He's got Don Redmond to deal with, and then it's just been pulled back here.
Yeah, I think it was Edwards a little bit late for a foul there, so free kick. And I think they want more than a foul. Maidstone.
Yeah, they're looking for a bit of cheese for Mike Atkinson. But we don't want any cheese for Mike Atkinson here. He's just going to have a little word with the ref here.
No, he's been getting involved, hasn't he? Making lots of challenges, part of his game. He's going to give away some fouls, but I think he's been good since he's come on, Atkinson, getting stuck in, showing a bit of hunger.
Just like me, with a bit of hunger. That's what I have right now. So
yeah, I thought it was thunder earlier. It was your stomach, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my stomach, wasn't it? There you go. Anyway, free kick for Maidstone United. That's into the box, and Dylan Berry was there to catch it safely. Bowie Babajide is calling for it. Dylan Berry throws it out to Masampu. Masampu to Atkinson. To Rudy Allen. To Archie Taylor. Back with Dom Revan. Wiltshire to Masampu. Jerry Wiltshire now. Looking to find Saziba. Oh! Free kick for Maidstone United for the little body check there.
Yeah, a little coming together. You want to get bodied by Saziba, would you?
No, Saziba is what I'd call a unit.
Yes.
Would you agree?
I agree, absolutely.
So free kick on the halfway line to Maidstone United. Seaman standing over this one. Oh, no idea what that was. Yeah, look at Seaman. He's furious because of what he was trying to do there.
Yeah, not quite sure he was looking at down the line.
I mean, Maidstone have been absolute quality this afternoon, but that was rubbish. So it's the only thing I think I could say, because Maidstone have been absolute quality all around the park. Anyway, this is Hampton Richmond on the break now. Gardner into Saziba. Saziba still on the ball here. Edge of the penalty area. He's going to go for the shot, and just wide. You can see what Jules has said to Saziba. I think he's essentially said to him, if you find a pocket of space, just go for the shot, give it a go. Yeah,
just be direct. I mean, defenders don't like it when players run at them, and Saziba's a threat. You know, he's we've seen more dangerous on the break, running at his defender and getting those shots off, and I think already provides a different option, and it's so much better.
Yeah, we've already looked more threatening going forward with Saziba coming into the game. So goal kick, and Revan heads it away. I could hear some children just not too far away with us chanting Saziba's name, and we love to see that, don't we, Alex?
We do, yeah, because I think they don't at this level they don't get an awful lot of that.
No.
And you've got a lot of kids here today, and it's nice to see them supporting the team.
Yeah, and Sam Corn just running away with it here on the edge of the penalty area. Corn into Higgins. Not Higgins. and that goes out for corner kick to Maidstone United.
Yeah, it's been a good atmosphere down today, hasn't it? Despite the result, you know, everyone's having a good day out.
It's a good day out, and you know what? That's what we love about non-league. You know, I think one of the big appeal. Oh, we are going to see a first substitution for Maidstone United, leaving the pitch. Number 15, Sol Wanjiao Smith, to be replaced by number 10, Shaq Coulthurst. Shaq Coulthurst as well. I know he's a terrific player. Maidstone United.
So not a bad man to bring on at this point.
No, absolutely. They've got a lot of quality, Maidstone United, and like for like change. Once again, thank you to all those tuning in on the YouTube watch along. All 13 of you, your support is always appreciated. And that corner goes straight through, and it's gone straight to Saziba. So Atkinson will let Randy Masampu take the throw in here. Another throw into Hampton and Richmond. Masampu looking to find Babajide.
Live flash before your eyes moment there.
Wow.
What happened so far?
Yeah, I know. My laptop's not insured.
What did that even hit?
Yeah, that was cut. I literally came off the brickwork there. And nearly gave away a little expletive there.
Well,
but I kept professional. Kept professional.
Yeah.
There we go. That's woke me up.
His hunger's gone through the roof.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right, so throw in right by the corner flag goes in. Jerry Wiltshire headers it out for another corner here for Maidstone United.
Have you ever been hit by a ball down here, Johnny?
I've not, and touch wood. Yeah, touch wood down there. It will never happen. But it was not too long ago, actually. I know it was in the Dorking game.
Yeah, it was.
The chap for Dorking. It was his first time doing commentary for the club, and the ball absolutely thwacks his laptop and smashes it completely, smashes the screen completely. And the poor lad, he came up to me, said, "Oh, is there anything the club can do?" Oh, and that corner's just come straight in. Danger still there for Hampton and Richmond. And it's cleared away. And he said to me, "Oh, is there anything we can do as a club?" And I did say, "Oh, I'll go speak to the managing director, see if there's anything we can do." And obviously, what
can you do?
What can you do? It's not our fault. We can't say to our player, "Oh, you need to pay for the repairs of the laptop." So the poor chap, sadly, walked away with a broken laptop and no money in hand. But I later found out from our club photographer that really at this level you should have your gear insured, and my laptop is not insured.
So you haven't learned from his mistake.
I haven't learned from his mistake, so I'm playing with fire here. I'm really gambling, and I'm hoping it's never going to happen to my laptop. But if it was, I'm due a new laptop anyway. So
it's collateral.
Yeah. But very close to nearly hitting my face here, but Hampton and Richmond are on the break here now, and this is Saziba in a bit of space, switching it, trying to find Bumi Babajide, and then Jordan Higgs just gets it away, but Hampton and Richmond try and win it back now. This is Masampu. Seaman's done well there, looking to find Shaq Coulthurst. Oh, he's absolutely turned Wiltshire there. Back to Berry though, and Berry clears it away. This is Bivesh Gurung now. Out to Blair. Throw in now to the Stones.
Match attendance is 1,226. That's
1,226, the match day attendance we've just heard there. Lovely to see. So thank you very much to all those that have turned up in their numbers today. And then Seaman with the shot and straight in the hands of Berry. So goal kick. Oh, that's a poor header from Aweka. But Maidstone managed to maintain possession here. As this is Seaman. He's got Cecile to deal with, and ball goes out for a throw into Maidstone United. So 70 all, and that's just coming to the box there. Shaq Coolhurst into the area and safely in the hands of Dylan Berry. Shaq Coolhurst there, he's come on, he's had a real presence, hasn't he, Alex?
Yeah, he has. What a player to bring on. Looks dangerous down that right hand side, and he's getting involved. We saw the nutmeg down this side earlier, and that cross very, very dangerous, well dealt with, but he's looked threatening, let's say.
And this is Aaron Blair now on the far side coming forward into Leahy. Still Leahy, but Dom Redmond does well to dispossess him, and Corns won it back. Oh, free kick there. Free kick there for Maidstone United. And as we're going to see another change here, leaving the field, number 18, Bivesh Gurung, to replace by number 16, Tate Trusty.
Yeah, Gurung's had a good game. He's had a lot of possession, sat in that centre of the park, and I thought his passing's been really, really good. A lot of the play at the back's come through him, so really good performance I thought today from Gurung.
Yeah, Bivesh Gurung, Nepalese international, I believe, and he did feature. He did come on in the Ipswich FA Cup game 2 seasons ago. Yeah, and our fellow Hampton and Richmond media team member Jackson Coles talks very highly of Bivesh Gurung whenever he's commentated for Hampton and Richmond against Maidstone United. He believes he's one of the best CDMs in the division.
I think he might be right there. He doesn't get a lot right, but he does get that right.
Yeah, absolutely. So 73 minutes played at Beverley Stadium. It's Hampton Richmond 0, Maidstone United 3. Maidstone United dominated in the second half. Hampton Richmond have really struggled to get out of the traps in this second half. And there's going to be another substitute for Hampton Richmond. The final substitution, leaving the field, number 18, Renedy Masampu, to be replaced by number 31, Alfie Williams. I mean, if Alan Julian, really, you may as well, really, to get him on there.
Yeah, and I think Williams is a good player to bring on. Started a lot of games this season, maybe unfortunate not to start today, so you might as well throw him on, see what he can do. And I think it has looked at an improved performance as this half's gone on.
Absolutely, so throw in to Hampton and Richmond. Archie Taylor on this one. Archie Taylor looking to find Gardner. So there'll be a free kick now to Maidstone United. So free kick to Maidstone United on the far side. Well, I guess actually as the game looks very much well decided here, we may as well go through to the current the current scores in the Vanarama National League South. We've got Jawad Ahmed, come on you Beavers. Thank you Jawad for tuning in, sir. Sadly the result is not going in the way of the Beavers at the moment. It does look like all 3 points will be going back to Kent. And this is Alfie Williams for first interaction. Oh, he's just absolutely sat down Tom Leahy there. Can Diamond Edwards get there? No, Aaron Blair gets there. So, what interesting scorelines do we have around the Vanarama National League? Well, it has to be said, Welling United 2-0 up against Worthing there. So, as it stands, yeah, Worthing still on top of this. They're in a losing position. And Weston-super-Mare are still drawing to Chesham United. 1-1 there. No changes at the bottom.
Big
but
for Welling, isn't it? 20 seconds.
Yeah, really big for Welling. They need those 3 points, as Rod Stringer was relieved of his duties not too long ago. So some big results in the Vanarama National League South at the moment.
Another sub for Maidstone warming up.
Yeah, we could see another substitution here for the Stones. But this will be a free kick now for Maidstone United. Looking to find Temi Eweka. But it goes all the way out for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond. And we are going to see that substitution now. So leaving the field, number 19, Tom Leahy, replaced by number 14, Harry Kiprianou.
He'll be happy with his goal earlier, wasn't it? Well taken, first goal of the game in the 34th minute. So good performance from him today.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Tom Leahy. He's been in the right places, and he got the first goal for Maidstone United. He could be very proud of his performance today. And coming onto the pitch now is Harry Kiprianou, who started in that FA Cup fixture. Cypriot international. And 6.7. Babajide, but it's going to go all the way back to the Instagram celebrity that is Alexis Andre Jr.
What do you reckon he'll have planned for after the game, the goalkeeper, for his TikTok?
Well, you know, probably just, you know, just a nice little TikTok dance.
Dance moves,
yeah, dance moves probably, you know, just to celebrate the win for Maidstone. I don't know if he does like a GoPro in the goal type thing, but he should do if he's a goalkeeper. A bit like what Ben Foster did. Have you seen any of those videos of Ben Foster?
I did, yeah.
The cycling
I did,
GK, I think he's called.
Yeah, I did. Retired now.
Retired now after a shambolic start of the season with Wrexham. Yeah, I can't remember how many goals he conceded, but it was a lot. Maybe Ben Foster would make a little mini cameo down at this level.
You never know.
You never know.
You know, if there's interest there, I reckon he could be swayed.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we were talking about the Premier League earlier. Ex-player Rob Hall featured for Hampton and Richmond and did play in the Premier League. He did get one appearance for West Ham, but was a prolific player in the Championship for Bolton Wanderers. And this is Shaq Coulthurst coming forward, but Revan's there to mop it up. And Dylan Berry thumps it away. And another substitution for Maidstone United, leaving the field, number 7, Jordan Higgs, to be replaced by number 12, Arj Krajnicki. I mean, I think Maidstone are just sort of refreshing the bench up, really, because I think Maidstone know, you know, the job's virtually done here, so they may as well just keep the fresh legs on. What would you say? Yeah,
job's done. They got some big games coming up, and they'll need to be on form for those. I think it's 6 left, isn't it? And if you've got the playoffs, then you need to have your players fully fit. So Alakobi knows what he's doing, and keeping his players fresh for that run-in. Job's done here.
That ball looking to find Saziba. It's back with Alfie Williams. To Rudy Allen. So throw into Maidstone United on the near side here. Alfie Williams wins it back for Hampton and Richmond, tries to hook it away. This one back by Sam Corn. Throw in now to Hampton and Richmond. With just under 10 minutes to play here. 3-0 going the way of Maidstone United as it stands. Hampton and Richmond, and as you would think, really playing for pride as it stands. And this is Aaron Blair now. Ushered out. Another throw into Maidstone United. Seaman on the throw into Trusty. That goes out for a goal kick. Well, Trusty's come on for Maidstone United, someone you can certainly trust.
On current evidence, I'd say so.
Yeah, I was on current evidence. Dylan Berry thumps it towards Diamond Edwards. So as we're in the closing stages of this fixture, Alex, who would you say is your man of the match?
Has to be Blair, I think. 2 goals to his name. He's dangerous up top, causes the defence all kinds of problems. He's had pace, decent delivery at times as well. Yeah, he's been really, really good. We knew he would pose a threat before the game. He's built on those 14 goals, up to 16. And, you know, he offered so much where Hampton offered so little. So he would be my man of the match today.
Yeah, our unofficial man of the match going for Aaron Blair there. Dylan Berry just has to come out there, just ahead of that one away. Trusty to Kiprianu. This is Gardner. And Babajide charging down onto this to find Temi Ewika there to clear it away. Oh, and that's well back by Hampton Richmond. This is Rudy Allen. He's just been knocked down there on with potential shouts for a foul, but they're able to break away here, and Diamond Edwards with the challenge. There's a throw in now to Hampton and Richmond. Archie Taylor to Diamond Edwards. Atkinson just tries to win that back there. Rudy Allen has it now. To Gardner. But Ben Brooks is there to put it out for a throw-in. Oh, it's come off Hampton Richmond somehow, so no, it's a throw to Maidstone United. Oh no, he put his flag there. Oh yeah, no, I was just, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, no, he did, yeah.
You're not seeing things.
No, there we go. So no, not seeing things, but... So throw into Maidstone United, and it's Ben Brooks on the throw.
Announcement, could John Mills make his way to the control room, please? Your son is waiting for you there. Could John Mills make your way to the control room, please? Thank you.
Throw into Hampton and Richmond. On the near side, Alfie Williams standing over this one. Alfie Williams to Rudy Allen. Dispossessed. Shaq Coulthurst charging down onto this. He's going to make it. Another throw in here for Maidstone United. Mark Smith, bad day for sport for me. Cricket team, KKR, just about to lose as well. Never mind. See you next time, chaps. Blessings. Well, thank you very much, Mark, for tuning in. And this is Aaron Blair on the ball now. He's going to try and get a shot away, and Hampton Richmond clear it away. Sorry to hear about your cricket team not getting the results that you were looking for. Diamond Edwards just looking to try and bring in Bubby Babajide. Can he get there? And Eweka just thumps it out for a throw into Hampton and Richmond. So thrown for Hampton and Richmond on this near side. Atkinson to Revan in the centre now. Out to Archie Taylor. Diamond Edwards now on the ball here. And Diamond Edwards just brought down there. Free kick to Hampton and Richmond. Archie Taylor standing over the free kick. Finds Saziba. Saziba, is he going to go for the shot? He is. Deflected. Is now at the feet of Aaron Blair. And then the offside flag goes up there against Shaq Coulthurst.
Yeah, just off, wasn't he? Looked close one, and if he got through, you would have fancied him, but just offside.
Atkinson takes this. Seaman away. Wiltshire collects, but there's Krasnicki. And then all the way back to Dylan Berry. Riven now finds Diamond Edwards on the far side. Into Babajide. Dispossessed again. It's now back with Seaman. Seaman looking to find the runner Sam Corn. Sam Corn gets there. Finds Kiprianu. Throwing taken quickly, and it's Mason on the edge of the box here and goes out for a corner. Yes, corner kick. So by my watch, we've just got just over a minute left to play of regular time. This will be a corner for Maidstone United. Sam Corn standing over this one. Plays it short to Krasnicki. Krasnicki into Brooks. And deflected over for another corner to Maidstone United. Well, as we're coming to the end of regular time, Alex, I mean, what are your overall thoughts on the game?
It's been difficult. I think really, really good performance from Maidstone United. Stronger sides. And when they got the goals, they really showed their strength and made life very, very difficult for the Beavers, who haven't really created anything. So it's kind of gone how we expected it to, hasn't it? And
yeah, and that corner comes in, and Dylan Berry just parries it away. It's come out to Corn. Ben Brooks now. Brooks into the area, and Jerry Wiltshire heads it away, but it's still not quite away the danger. Brooks out to Krasnicki. And now it's with Gardner. But Mason managed to keep the possession. 5 minutes additional time here. I think Hampton and Richmond fans, and Hampton and Richmond players will just be looking to... Oh, yeah, look.
Posing, are we?
I mean, we're just getting a few photos here. Thank you. Just getting papped up there, and this is Bubby Babajide.
One for the LinkedIn there.
One for the LinkedIn, absolutely. Rudy Allen now. To Archie Taylor. To Diamond Edwards on the far side. Oh, nice little step overs from the EFL man. And he just goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah,
not been
there, are they?
No. How long have you been coming up with that one? Yeah, today just hasn't been Hampton and Richmond's day, has it? It's just been. I think it's fair to say that Maidstone have just been the better side in all areas, really.
Yeah, it was always going to be a difficult game, like we said. Two teams in contrasting form. I think, this has been January, February, would have been a different story. It's just come at that time of the season where Hampton don't have much to play for and the performances haven't been there, and lots of changes as well. So, as expected, but credit to Maidstone.
Yeah, you got to give the credit to Maidstone. They've just been absolutely fantastic this afternoon. Archie Taylor just looks to find Saziba, the good hold-up play. This is Alfie Williams now. Mike Atkinson does well to get round the Maidstone players there as they switch off here, but looking to find the runner. Bumi Babajide, but it goes straight through to Alexis Andre Jr.
Just can't quite get that pass through, can they? A few nice bit of play in the middle, but that final ball has just been not quite been there.
It's not quite been there, and I think Hampton and Richmond have only registered one shot on target, and that was Saziba's shot earlier in the second half. All the way back to Dylan Berry. So 30 seconds left of this Vanarama National League South tie, and it's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond.
The ball has crossed the line.
And there's, I don't know, a few jeers there from the fans. So this might be the last action of the game here. Archie Taylor plays it short to Edwards. Edwards going forward, and then Sam Corn is brought down, but it'll be a throw into Hampton and Richmond. So the last attack of the game will come in the favour of Hampton and Richmond. Can Hampton and Richmond disrupt the Maidstone United clean sheet? Throw is taken into Edwards, to Atkinson, to Revan on the halfway line. Last chance saloon for Hampton and Richmond here, if they can try and make a chance here. But Revan's pass goes out for a throw into Maidstone United. So by my watch, we've had all the additional time.
He's throwing that straight out of play, isn't he?
Yeah. And comes that throw in. Goes to Coulthurst. Flicked on, and Blair's running down onto it, but Alfie Williams is going to get there, but Dylan Berry instead clears it away. Saziba's charging down onto this. And then Maidstone get it away. Throw into Hampton and Richmond. Alfie Williams to Atkinson. Revan on the halfway line. Oh, he's giving it away, and this is Aaron Blair now charging forward. Revan's doing his best to try and hold him off. Blair's going to go for the shot! Not a bad effort, considering how Dom Revan was all over him there. And that is full time here at Beverley Stadium. It finishes Hampton and Richmond 0, Maidstone United 3. Has to be said, Maidstone United have been the better side in all areas of the game. Hampton and Richmond just did not have the answers this afternoon against this very strong Maidstone United side, who are looking to solidify themselves in the playoff spots, which they will continue to do after getting all 3 points here this afternoon. Alex, just talk us through that.
Yeah, really difficult day for the Beavers. It's always going to be a tough task playing against a side of Maidstone's quality, even for the first 20 or so minutes, but as soon as Maidstone got that goal, they made their quality count, and they never looked back, did they? Really good performance from them. Alan Julian's side didn't offer very much up top. I think we had one shot on target, as you said earlier. So it was a hard game, but we knew it was going to be that way. We're not in form. Maidstone are in better form, and they have that playoff chance. So difficult game, but we move forward, and I'm sure we'll be able to pick up some results before the end of the season.
Absolutely, Alex. If you would like just to read out the full-time scores or the current scores in the Vanarama National League South, please.
Absolutely. So Boreham Wood 0, Dorking Wanderers 1. That is full-time. At Chippenham Town, seems like a feisty affair. 2 red cards, but Chippenham are leading 1-0 against Weymouth. Full-time, Eastbourne Borough 4, Farnborough 0. Also still playing at Hemel Hempstead, where it remains 1-1 with Aveley. Slough Town drawing 1-1 at home with Enfield Town. It's also 1-1 at St Albans, who are drawing with Hornchurch. Tunbridge Angels have scraped a 2-1 win at home to Chelmsford. Torquay United have defeated Bath City at home 1-0. Truro City still going strong, 1-0 win at home to Salisbury. Welling still playing, but what a result if they can pull that off. 2-0 at home to Worthing. And Weston-super-Mare were held 1-1 at home by Chesham United.
Before we just go into their scores, look at this, Rudy Allen there with the young fans here, just signing all their footballs. It's lovely to see. Lovely to see Hampton and Richmond players. Yeah, even I'm going to get a little photo of that, I think, from Rudy Allen. Yeah, it's lovely to see, isn't it? Lovely to see the Hampton and Richmond players coming over to support all the young fans here. Yeah, lovely to see all Hampton and Richmond players showing their support for the fans that have come out today, despite the loss here, but really great to see. So, yeah, we've obviously just gone through those results at full time there, and then if we look at the table then, so no changes in the top 7 with Maidstone United getting the 3 points here. But that win for Welling United, as it stands, really going well for Welling United there as they close the gap on Salisbury. But Hampton and Richmond are 17th as it stands after today's loss, with Bath City right behind them here. So it's going to be a really interesting next couple of fixtures for Hampton and Richmond. If we go ahead and look at the fixtures now, so the next fixture, Hampton and Richmond are away to Worthing. The form for Hampton and Richmond, the poor form does continue here. But we'll pick ourselves up. We go again next Saturday against Worthing away, but we'll be back here on Saturday the 5th at home to Bath City. As we're going to close out the YouTube watch along, thank you to all those that tuned in this afternoon on the YouTube watch along. I've been Johnny Luter.
I've been Alex Charlton.
And thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Take care. Happy non-league day. Happy non-league day.